If you're a coin collector or searching through your spare change, listen closely because some Susan B. Anthony dollars can be worth a fortune today. The most valuable Susan B. Anthony coins include rare mint errors, sharply struck varieties, and low mintage issues that collectors chase because of their scarcity. Coins like the 1979 wide rim, the 1981 proof-only strikes, and dramatic mint mistakes can reach extremely high prices, sometimes climbing into the thousands or even millions when the condition and rarity come together. Always check the rim spacing, the mint mark, the date, and any unusual features because a simple difference can turn an ordinary dollar into a life-changing treasure. Keep your eyes open. Your next big find could be sitting in your collection or pocket right now. Welcome to my channel Old Valuable Coins. Today the worth of this coin millions of dollars. The story of the 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar began in the late 1970s when the United States wanted to replace the large Eisenhower dollar with something smaller and more convenient. The government thought that a smaller dollar coin would be easier to carry, save money on printing dollar bills, and circulate more often in everyday purchases. This led to the creation of the first small-sized US dollar coin, and it became the first circulating US coin to feature a real woman, Susan B. Anthony, a famous leader in the women's suffrage movement. Her portrait on the obverse of the coin became an iconic moment in American history. The reverse still showed the Apollo 11 mission insignia, a design originally used on the Eisenhower dollar to honor the moon landing. So the coin mixed modern American achievements with a major step forward in representation. But even though the government expected people to love this coin, the 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar faced a huge problem. It was too similar in size and color to the quarter. Because of this, many people confused it with 25 cents, and businesses didn't accept it easily. The public did not become comfortable with the new coin, and circulation slowed down dramatically. Even though millions of 1979 coins were minted, most of them never fully circulated, which is why today you can still find them in almost new condition. This lack of popularity is part of what makes the coin so interesting to collectors today. Now let's talk about mint marks. The 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar was struck at 3 U.S. mint locations: Philadelphia with no mint mark, Denver with a D mint mark, and San Francisco with an S mint mark. Each of these versions has different levels of rarity and different varieties that collectors look for. The Philadelphia mint made the highest number of coins, which makes most 1979 no mint mark dollars common. Denver also produced large numbers, but coins from both mints can still be valuable in high-grade conditions, especially if they have strong luster, clean fields, and sharp details. The San Francisco mint produced 2 types of proofs in 1979, the Type 1 and the more desirable Type 2. The Type 2's mint mark is sharply clear and well-defined, while the Type 1 looks more blob-shaped. If you have a 1979's proof with a clear and sharp mint mark, you might be holding one of the most valuable versions of the coin for that year. Collectors also love the 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar because of the unique errors that occurred during its production. Error coins can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on rarity and condition. Popular errors include off-center strikes, double die obverses, die cracks, clipped planches, and weakened strikes. One of the most famous varieties is the wide rim or near date $1,979 from the Philadelphia mint. On this variety, the rim is thicker and the date looks closer to the edge than on normal coins. This wide rim variety is much scarcer than the regular version, and collectors usually pay a premium for it, especially in high grade. If you have a 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar, it's worth checking carefully to see if the rim is wider and the date appears shifted closer to the rim. That small difference could make your coin worth significantly more. The value of the 1979 Susan B. Anthony coin depends heavily on its mint mark, condition, and whether it has any special varieties or errors. Most circulated $1,979 are still worth around $1, but uncirculated pieces can bring more depending on the grading. A coin in brilliant uncirculated condition with strong luster and no scratches can be worth more to collectors who want clean examples for their collections. The wide rim variety often sells for more, especially in top condition where prices can rise significantly. The San Francisco proofs, especially the Type 2 version, are also desirable. Proof coins have deep mirror-like surfaces and frosted details, giving them a beautiful contrast. These coins were made with extra care and were never meant for circulation, making them especially attractive to collectors today. Many people don't realize that the 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar marked a turning point in U.S. coin design. It brought the first real woman portrait to circulating American currency and shifted the dollar coin to a smaller, more modern size. Even though the coin wasn't a hit with the public, it has become an important collectible. Its design, its varieties, and the eras associated with the year make it a fun and educational coin to study for new collectors and experienced hobbyists alike. Whether you found this coin in a drawer, got it in change by accident, or recently purchased one for your collection, understanding its history helps you appreciate why it remains an iconic piece of American coinage. As collectors continue to explore coins from the late 20th century, the interest in Susan B. Anthony dollars has grown. People want to learn about the different mint marks, the value ranges, and the special varieties that make certain coins much more desirable than others. If you have a 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar, it's always a good idea to examine it closely. Look for the mint mark, check whether it has proof features, examine the rim for the wide rim variety, and inspect both sides for any unusual striking errors. Small details can make a big difference in the collectible market. First up, the 1999 Susan B. Anthony dollar is special because it marks the final year of the series. The original minting ran from 1979 to 1981, and then the series was brought back for one last time in 1999 due to the high demand for small-sized dollar coins. This makes the $1,999 different from the early years. It was minted only because the Treasury needed more dollar coins for vending machines, transportation systems, and cash circulation, and because the next series, the Sacagawea dollar, was not ready yet. That alone makes the 1999 SBA coin a one-year revival coin, which collectors always love. Collectors look at the 1999 Susan B. Anthony dollar carefully because the mintage is lower than the heavy mintages of 1979 and 1980. While millions were produced, the demand from collectors is strong because it represents the end of an iconic coin series, a series that carries the name of one of the most powerful figures in American history. Susan B. Anthony was a leader in women's rights, voting rights, and equality. She remains one of the most respected symbols of American change and progress, and having her portrait on a coin adds emotional and historical value. When we talk about coin value, we look at condition. A circulated 1999 Susan B. Anthony dollar might not be worth a huge premium, but uncirculated examples, especially those with high grades, can reach strong prices. Coins graded MS66, MS67, and above are the ones collectors chase. These high-grade examples have sharp details, clean surfaces, strong luster, and no major contact marks. The higher the grade, the more the value jumps, because perfect surfaces are rare. Collectors want coins that look like they came straight from the mint. There are also proof versions of the 1999 Susan B. Anthony coin. These proofs were struck for collectors with mirror-like fields and frosted details. Proof coins show every detail clearly, from the eagle landing on the moon on the reverse to the portrait of Susan B. Anthony on the obverse. These coins are specially struck, not made for circulation, and they hold a special place in the coin community. Many collectors prefer the proof because of the sharp, clean, beautiful finish. One of the most important things people search for with any Susan B. Anthony dollar is error coins. Error coins can bring huge value. While the 1999 run does not have as many famous major errors as the 1979 wide rim or the 1981 Type II varieties, there are still examples of off-center strikes, double dies, weak strikes, filled dies, and other minting mistakes that can make a coin far more valuable than face value. Error collectors love these pieces because each one is unique. Even a small minting mistake can make a coin worth far more than a normal example. Collectors also look for coins with strong strikes. Because the SBA dollar is a small coin with a complex design, many small stars, textured surfaces, and fine lines, weak strikes are common. A well-struck 1999 SBA dollar has crisp details on Susan B. Anthony's hair, the cheek area is smooth with no flattening, and the eagle's feathers on the reverse appear sharp and well-defined. When a coin has strong strike quality, it automatically becomes more desirable. The story of the Susan B. Anthony dollar is also what makes people search for this coin. When it first came out in 1979, many people confused it with the quarter because of its size and color. It circulated poorly, and many Americans simply didn't want to use it. This made the coin a failure in circulation but a success with collectors later on. The 1999 revival became a hot topic because people asked why the coin was brought back after 18 years. That curiosity drives interest even today. A coin with a story always finds its place in collections. The metal composition of the 1999 SBA dollar is the same as earlier years, a copper-nickel-clad coin. It is not made of silver, but its value does not rely on metal content. Instead, it relies on rarity, grade, collector interest, and special varieties. Many beginners think it's silver because of the shiny appearance, but the real value comes from condition and demand. Collectors today especially look for coins stored safely since 1999. A well-preserved example that has never been in circulation can be worth much more. Coins stored in rolls, mint sets, or original government packaging can remain in excellent condition for decades. These coins show beautiful luster and no wear, making them ideal for grading. Another factor that helps the 1999 Susan B. Anthony dollar gain attention is that it bridges two iconic dollar coin eras, the end of the SBA dollar and the beginning of the Sacagawea golden dollar. This transitional moment in American numismatic history makes the 1999 SBA dollar a coin that collectors do not want to ignore. It represents the closing chapter of a design and the beginning of a new one. Transitional year coins almost always become more desirable over time. The recent surge in interest for US coins online also helps bring more attention to the 1999 SBA dollar. Collectors, beginners, and treasure hunters search for information about valuable coins, rare coins, dollar coins worth money, and the most valuable Susan B. Anthony dollars. The 1999 coin appears in search results often because it's modern, affordable, and has potential for value increases thanks to collector demand. Whether you found this coin in change, in an old collection, in a bankroll, or in a family coin jar, it's worth taking the time to look at. It may be a normal circulation coin, but it can also be a gem with high-grade potential. And if you have a proof version or an error example, your coin could be worth significantly more. It is always recommended for collectors to check for surface quality, strike sharpness, and any unusual features. Even tiny details matter. A clean, bright, uncirculated coin is always more desirable than a worn one. And a rare error can turn an ordinary coin into a valuable piece that attracts collectors. The 1999 Susan B. Anthony dollar continues to be a favorite for many people. Its historical significance, design features, limited mintage year, and collector demand all make it an important modern US coin. More and more collectors are adding this coin to their sets, especially those who want a complete collection of SBA dollar. Next up, the 2000D Sacagawea dollar holds a special place in American coinage because it represents the beginning of a new era for US dollar coins. The United States Mint wanted a coin that would stand out from previous dollars, like the Susan B. Anthony dollar, which many people confused with a quarter. As a result, they created a unique golden-colored coin made not from gold, but from a clad composition of copper, manganese, nickel, and zinc. The coin was made to have a bright golden appearance and smooth edge, giving it a distinctive look and feel. The Denver Mint produced hundreds of millions of these coins, but even with this high mintage, certain conditions, errors, and special varieties make the 2000D Sacagawea dollar highly collectible today. Collectors love the Sacagawea coin because of its design. On the obverse, or front side, the coin features the portrait of Sacagawea, the Shoshone woman who played a key role as a guide and interpreter during the Lewis and Clark expedition. She carries her infant son, Jean-Baptiste, on her back. The design symbolizes courage, leadership, and the essential contributions of Native American women to American history. The reverse of the coin features a soaring eagle in flight with 17 stars surrounding it, representing the 17 states at the time of the expedition. This bold design was created to inspire collectors and everyday Americans alike. These strong historical elements make the 2000D coin a favorite among history enthusiasts and collectors. Even though the 2000D Sacagawea dollar had a high production number, not all coins are equal. Many circulating coins show heavy wear due to their age and the fact that dollar coins didn't stay in wide use. However, coins that were preserved, stored carefully, or kept in special mint sets often have much higher value. Collectors always pay attention to details like luster, strike quality, surface marks, and color. The bright golden color can fade over time if the coin has been exposed to air, moisture, or oils from hands. A 2000D coin that still shows original mint luster is far more attractive in the collector market. One major reason the 2000D Sacagawea coin receives attention is because of the wide variety of errors associated with the year 2000 production. Some of the most known errors include off-center strikes, broad strikes, missing edges, clipped planchets, die cracks, and the famous tail feathers varieties. Some errors appear on only a small number of coins, making them extremely valuable today. For example, Off-center strikes that show a large portion of the design missing but still keep the date visible are popular among collectors. A coin struck on a defective planchette or with a misaligned die can command strong value. Collectors always search for errors, and the 2000D series offers plenty of them. Another fascinating aspect of the 2000D Sacagawea dollar is the coin's role in circulation. Many of these coins were distributed through vending machines, transportation systems, and public events. Some were even included in sealed bags and rolls, which means some coins stayed untouched for years. The condition of these coins can vary dramatically, and collectors are always hoping to find an untouched, brilliant, or nearly flawless piece. A clean, bright 2000D coin with sharp details and no heavy scratches can be much more desirable than an average circulated coin. Let's talk about what collectors look for when examining a 2000D Sacagawea golden dollar. First, the clarity of Sacagawea's facial features and the baby's hair details are extremely important. Second, the fields, or flat areas of the coin, should be free from large marks, dents, or scratches. The golden surface should appear smooth and reflective. On the reverse, collectors check the feathers of the eagle, especially the chest and wing details, for sharpness. Clear stars and clean lettering are also signs of a high-quality strike. Even though millions were minted, most circulated coins show heavy contact marks because they were stored in large bags that caused friction between coins. You might be wondering about the potential value of the 2000D Sacagawea coin today. While common circulated examples are generally modest in value, certain coins can be worth significantly more. Coins with strong luster, eye appeal, or notable errors can attract high interest, especially from collectors who focus on modern US coins. Some rare die varieties and unusual minting mistakes have sold for impressive amounts. Even though the Sacagawea dollar is still considered a modern coin, the right type of coin can bring serious attention from collectors looking to complete high-quality sets. Another reason collectors appreciate the 2000D Sacagawea dollar is the story behind its creation. The US Mint wanted a coin that honored a Native American woman, highlighted history, and included a design representing unity and exploration. The portrait of Sacagawea was created with the help of a modern Shoshone woman as the model, ensuring a respectful and realistic representation. This blend of cultural respect, artistic significance, and historical symbolism adds depth to the coin and helps boost its popularity among collectors. Some collectors also seek out the 2000D Sacagawea coin because of its role in promotions around the year 2000. The US Mint advertised the new golden dollar heavily, and many coins were distributed through the US Postal Service, consumer promotions, and special partnerships. Because of these promotions, some coins remained untouched and stored in mint-quality condition. These preserved coins still hold strong value and appeal to collectors who want the best examples available. If you're looking to identify whether your 2000D Sacagawea dollar has potential value, pay close attention to the edges, surfaces, and strike details. Look for coins that still have their original golden color without discoloration. Check for fingerprints or toning, as these can affect appearance. Flip the coin and examine the eagle feathers for sharpness. Search for signs of striking errors or unusual features. Even small variations can make a big difference in the world of collectible coins. Collectors also enjoy building full sets of modern dollars, including all the Sacagawea issues from the early 2000s. The 2000D coin is the first year of the series, making it historically important. Many collectors begin their collection with this coin, and having a high-quality example is a great starting point. When collectors look for early-year coins, they often pay more attention to detail, and a strong 2000D can be a highlight in any set. The golden color of the Sacagawea dollar often sparks curiosity as well. Even though the coin is not made of gold, its warm tone gives it an attractive appearance. The alloy used allows the coin to withstand thousands of transactions without discoloring too quickly. Still, exposure to oxygen and moisture over many years can darken the surface. Collectors seek coins that have maintained their bright finish. Finding a well-preserved 2000D coin today can feel like finding a piece of modern history. Now we will explore the Sacagawea dollar series began in the year 2000 with the aim of replacing the Susan B. Anthony dollar. The United States Mint wanted a coin that was easily distinguishable from the quarter and that would honor Native American history. The result was the beautiful golden-colored dollar featuring Sacagawea, the Shoshone woman who guided Lewis and Clark across the American West. The 2000p Sacagawea dollar became the first release in this series, minted in massive numbers with the Philadelphia Mint Mark P. Even though millions were made, Collectors continue searching for special varieties and high-grade coins that can be surprisingly valuable. Throughout this video, we'll focus on why this coin is still important today and what makes it worth your attention. One of the reasons the 2000p Sacagawea dollar stands out is its unique composition and appearance. Although it has a golden look, it is not made of gold. Instead, the coin is produced with a manganese brass outer layer over pure copper core. This alloy gives the coin its iconic golden tone, which can vary depending on how the coin has been stored or circulated. Understanding the metal composition is important because some people mistakenly believe these coins are gold or are worth more due to their color, but the true value comes from condition, rarity, and collectible errors. Speaking of design, the obverse features Sacagawea carrying her infant son, Jean-Baptiste. The design by sculptor Glenna Goodacre was selected from numerous submissions. Collectors admire the realistic, soft details in Sacagawea's face, which give the coin a warm and human feel. The reverse features a soaring eagle surrounded by 17 stars, representing the states in the Union at the time of the Lewis and Clark expedition. This reverse design would later change in 2009 when the Native American dollar series began, making the 2000p reverse design even more iconic as the start of the series. Now let's explore mintage numbers. The Philadelphia Mint produced hundreds of millions of the 2000p Sacagawea dollar. Even though the mintage is high, not all coins are equal, and many collectors seek examples with strong strikes, attractive luster, or special varieties. Circulated coins are typically worth face value, but uncirculated coins, especially in top grades, can be worth significantly more. Condition matters, and that is why collectors look for the brightest golden surfaces with minimal marks and scratches. One of the most famous aspects of the 2000p Sacagawea dollar is the Cheerios dollar. This rare variety was distributed in specially marked boxes of Cheerios cereal as part of a US Mint promotion. The key difference is on the coin's reverse, where the tail feathers of the eagle have enhanced and sharply detailed lines not found on regular coins. These enhanced tail feathers make the Cheerios dollar extremely rare and valuable. Only a small number of these have been confirmed, and they can sell for thousands of dollars to the right collector. When examining your 2000p Sacagawea dollar, pay attention to the eagle's tail feathers. Strong, well-defined lines may indicate that the coin is the special variety. Another important factor collectors look for is striking errors. Among the 2000p Sacagawea dollars, several types of errors have been reported, including off-center strikes, broad strike errors, die cracks, rotated dies, and coins with unusual planchet defects. Any major mint error can add significant value, especially when the coin is in mint state condition. If you find a Sacagawea dollar with misaligned details, missing elements, or unusual patterns, it may be worth getting an expert opinion. Error coins often become highly desirable due to their uniqueness. Even among regular coins, condition is everything. A 2000p Sacagawea dollar in poor condition from years of circulation has little additional value, but coins with strong luster, original mint shine, and minimal contact marks can be worth more. Collectors often search for coins graded at the highest levels of the mint state scale. While most coins fall between grades like MS60 and MS65, the rare examples in MS67 or MS68 can bring impressive premiums. High-grade coins are uncommon because the soft surface of the coin easily shows marks from handling, storage, or even the minting process. Another interesting point about the 2000p Sacagawea dollar is how it behaves in circulation. Although these coins were intended to replace the $1 bill, Americans never widely adopted them. This means that many of these coins sat in mint rolls, bags, and collections rather than being used every day. As a result, uncirculated examples are easier to find than for some other denominations. However, the real treasure is always in the rare varieties, the enhanced tail feather Cheerios dollars, and high-grade mint state coins. Collectors also pay attention to the color of the coin. Some 2000p Sacagawea dollars develop a darker tone or spots due to the manganese in the alloy. Others develop a beautiful, even golden glow that makes them more attractive. Eye appeal is a major factor in value. A visually pleasing coin that shines evenly without discoloration always attracts more interest from collectors searching for the best possible examples. When searching through rolls, collections, or change, make sure you examine the reverse closely. Look for any unusual details in the eagle's tail, any imperfections caused by die wear, and any abnormal features that may suggest a variety or error. The more carefully you inspect your coins, the better your chances of finding a valuable example. Many collectors have discovered rare Cheerios dollars only by taking the time to compare reverse details. Another thing that keeps collectors interested in the 2000p Sacagawea dollar is its symbolic value. Sacagawea has become an important figure in American history, and the coin honors her role in guiding the Lewis and Clark expedition. The design represents courage, exploration, and knowledge. Because of this powerful symbolism, many people collect Sacagawea dollars for historical and cultural reasons, not just for financial value. As the years go by, the 2000p Sacagawea dollar continues to attract collectors, especially beginners who are learning what to look for in valuable coins. It is an accessible coin, easy to find, affordable, and full of potential surprises. Whether you find one in a drawer, a coin jar, or a roll, it is always worth examining carefully. The key things to remember are the enhanced tail feather variety, the possibility of mint errors, and the importance of condition and eye appeal.